One of the most common post-treatment worries is PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's a big word for little brown spots that can develop after any skin injury, such as electrolysis. PIH lasts a long time, but it always goes away, 100% guaranteed, so stop worrying. Here's what it looks like and a couple common areas where it might happen.
Okay, so here's the culprit. While it certainly looks like a spider or some creepy octopus, it's actually nothing more than a melanocyte. The term is based on Greek, meaning black cell. Melanocytes dwell at the base layer of the epidermis, and they have tentacles, called dendrites, that embrace the basal cells. The melanocyte's job is to create little pigment bundles called melanosomes that give color to our hair as well as protect our skin from solar radiation. Again, the term is Greek for black bodies. In this illustration, notice the little dots of pigment the melanocyte has positioned in the epidermal cells.
Your electrologist has diagrams of the skin and will explain the different layers to you. But for now, we are focusing on the epidermis only. That's the thin top layer of your skin, and the layer that creates PIH, and a suntan too. In this graphic, I've colored the epidermis blue and green. The brown area is the dermis, and that's the much thicker layer that supplies nutrients to the bloodless epidermis. I've drawn in a goofy graphic of the melanocytes to show you where these cells are located. They're at the base layer of the epidermis.
The black cells in this graphic are the melanocytes. They produce pigment bundles called melanosomes, and the cells in the epidermis take in the pigment and arrange the little bundles atop the nucleus of the cells. In this way, the pigment acts like little parasols and protects the cell's DNA from harmful solar radiation. This, of course, is a suntan. In numerous individuals, melanocytes can react to any sort of inflammation in the skin. The electrolysis wound is a small point of inflammation, so you can end up with spots of PIH. How PIH presents depends on your ethnic makeup. Extremely white people produce gray to yellow pigment, which is why their hair is yellow. Indeed, PIH may happen with very white people, but the faint yellow dots are seldom noticed. Noticeable PIH is common for people who produce brown to black pigment undergoing electrolysis treatment. If you have dark or olive skin, brown eyes, and brown hair, then PIH can be expected.
Melanocytes give us our eye color, and my favorite indicator for potential PIH is eye color. Blue eyes, it's not going to happen. By contrast, the darker your eyes are, the more likely you are to develop PIH. If you tan easily, PIH is more likely. Although intense treatments can create more PIH, in most cases, nothing went wrong with your treatment. It's just your skin type, and it will go away. PIH can look like little dots or have a more mottled appearance. So what do? Your initial reaction is to exfoliate these marks, but consider that the healing skin is mildly inflamed for months after treatment. That's how the skin heals. So the PIH is not a one-time thing. The ongoing inflammation delivers fresh new pigment for months after treatment, so PIH diminishes slowly. Forget about skin peels or skin needling or any aggressive treatment. These methods are counterproductive. Fade creams work to some degree, but you'll have to apply it for the duration. The creams only lighten pigment in the upper skin layers and do not stop the process that's happening in the deep layers of the epidermis. However, if you want to fiddle with treatments, that's fine, and your therapist may very well swear by some special treatment. PIH is very common on the fingers and toes, with every skin type. Wearing sunscreen is a good idea because sunlight can deepen your skin tone and make the PIH more noticeable. However, you didn't get the PIH because you went in the sun for a few minutes. It's just your own skin. Indeed, here are a couple areas that develop PIH, and trust me, they never saw the light of day. So do you continue having treatments? Surprisingly, continuing with electrolysis will not make the PIH worse. In fact, More treatment seems to lessen the PIH. Thanks for watching.